Ultrabilyonaryo Ramon Ang is taking matters into his own hands, hoping to finally put an end to Metro Manila's never-ending flooding problem. And homecoming for Hollywood heartthrob Manny Jacinto. The Filipino Canadian actor hits the red carpet for the Philippine premiere of Freakier Friday. After the Senate shelved her impeachment case, Vice President Sara Duterte is speaking up. She says she accepts the outcome, even if she wanted the trial to push through. As Joan Manalo reports, VP Sara is preparing for the possible challenges ahead.
Vice President Sara Duterte says the Senate's decision to archive the articles of impeachment should be respected. In an ambush interview in Davao City, VP Sara said the Senate's decision must be followed.
Kinahanglan nato respetuhon ang role sa ato ang Senate of the Philippines dinhi sa ato ang nasod ug sa ato ang demokrasya. So kung mauna ang decision sa majority sa members of the Senate, everyone must follow and respect that decision of the Senate.
VP Sara added that her defense team still prepared for a possible trial, despite the Senate debate on whether it would push through. She also said they had no particular expectations while discussions were still underway. And while she would have wanted a bloodbath, she also accepts the Senate's decision.
I wanted all the pieces of evidence from the prosecution and all the pieces of evidence from the defense presented for everyone. But unfortunately, wala na siya sa pagkakaroon.
But VP Sara emphasized that it is still important to be ready for anything.
And of course, as I said, kinahanglan pangandaman ang tanan nga posibleng mahitabo. So possibly, wala ta kibalo 2026, 2027, 2028 na ay mga mag-file na pod og impeachment. That will be another opportunity to answer.
The Vice President also stressed the need to respect opposing views among senators on the impeachment issue. This comes after Senator Alan Peter Cayetano told critics, just beat VP Sara in the 2028 elections if she runs for president. Following the dismissal of her impeachment case, VP Sara held a Thanksgiving party for her legal team. She was spotted in a post by Davao City Councilor Luna Acosta, who captioned the photo with "Ngiting Tagumpay." OVP spokesperson Ruth Castello earlier said she had no idea of the Vice President's whereabouts. But VP Sara is back in her turf, where she also attended the annual Cadayawan Festival. Joan Manalo, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
For the Makabayan bloc, all is not lost in VP Sara's impeachment case, as they're challenging the Supreme Court's ruling with a motion for reconsideration. Joash Malimba now joins us on the phone from Manila for the latest. Joash, what can you tell us?
May Makabayan lawmakers and leaders have asked the Supreme Court to reconsider its July 25, 2025 decision declaring the impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Duterte unconstitutional. Incumbent ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino and Kabataan Party List Representative Rene Co, together with Makabayan President Liza Masa and other members of Makabayan, have filed a joint motion for reconsideration and a motion to intervene. They were among the filers of the second impeachment complaint against the Vice President. Joining them as interveners are former ACT Teachers Party List Representative Franz Castro, Gabriela Women's Party Representative Arlene Rosas, and Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel, who all endorsed the second impeachment complaint. The group, represented by the National Union of People's Lawyers, argued that the 1987 Constitution intended impeachment to be a politically accessible tool of accountability, and that the Supreme Court ruling imposes additional requirements not found in the text of the Constitution. They claimed that leaving the decision unchallenged would weaken the separation of powers and render impeachment powerless. Mai.
George, can you tell us what specifically does the joint motion is asking the Supreme Court?
The joint motion for reconsideration asks the Supreme Court to dismiss the consolidated petitions and affirm the validity of the transmittal of the articles of impeachment to the Senate so the trial can proceed immediately. Mai.
All right. Thank you, Joash Malimban, reporting to us from the Supreme Court. A silent protest inside the Senate sparks controversy after the grandson of democracy icons Ninoy and Cory Aquino went viral during Wednesday's crucial vote. Hannah T joins us live from San Juan for the details. Hannah, go ahead.
Another Aquino may be raising his voice on national issues, but he insists he has no intentions to run for public office. Kiko Aquino D, grandson of the late Senator Ninoy Aquino, was among the progressive youth representatives who staged a silent thumbs-down protest during the Senate's historic vote to archive the impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. In a press conference, Senator Amy Marcos earlier said it disrespected the Senate, and in response, Aquino D defended their action as a form of peaceful expression and even apologized if he unintentionally broke any rules. Aquino D and his colleagues were escorted out of Senate premises after the silent protest. He said Senate President Cheese Escudero had only banned laughter, clapping, and loud comments, but not gestures. He added if thumbs down was included, then he apologizes. But he's glad they expressed what they wanted to express. In his words, no harm, no foul. Former lawmaker Lorenzo Erintañada backed this view, saying that even before martial law, freedom of expression inside the gallery had long been tolerated as long as protesters peacefully leave after making their point. Meanwhile, Aquino D addressed growing speculation that he may be gearing up into becoming part of the political arena, and his response, a hard no. He says he believes in the spirit of anti-dynasty provision, and he pointed out that Senator Bam Aquino is already in office. He adds that his family has experienced enough stress from political life and he has no plans to join it. Mai?
Thank you for that, Hannah T. In other news, the camp of whistleblower Dondon Patidongan is pushing for action after submitting affidavits in the alleged killings of dozens of cockfight enthusiasts. Josh Malimban reports.
The legal counsel of whistleblower Dondon Patidongan has confirmed that they have officially submitted their affidavits last Friday. This include the affidavits of his brothers, Eliakim and Jose Patidongan. It will be recalled that Dondon and his brother were spotted last Friday at the Department of Justice, but both declined to give an interview.
The documents are in. Nakapaghain na ang mga kaanak ng biktima ng kanilang reklamo at nakapaghain na rin ang aming kliyente ng kanilang mga salaysay ng pagtestigo.
Attorney Manuel Ventura said that while they are still waiting for the Department of Justice to complete its evaluation of the complaints and affidavits filed last Friday, they remain confident in the credibility of their clients. One of their arguments is that Eliakim was an eyewitness to the killing of at least 10 cockfighters. Ventura added that they are now waiting for the evaluation to be completed. Under the law, he said that the process should take 10 working days, so they expect that on or before next Friday, the respondents will be issued subpoenas. The camp of Dondon confirmed that there are more than 50 respondents, including alleged mastermind and billionaire gambling tycoon Charlie Atong Ang.
Ang kaso na to, ang sabungeros, the corporate killings, ay mas malala pa, mas karumal-dumal sa Ampatuan Massacre case noong 2009. Kasama dito, nabasa ko si Mr. Charlie Atong Ang, ang kanyang kapatid na si Mr. William Ang, Mr. Eric De La Rosa, Engineer Celso Salazar, at marami pang mga iba.
Meanwhile, DOJ Assistant Secretary Miko Clavano confirmed yesterday that another sack containing human remains was found in Taal Lake on Monday. Clavano said that the sacks recovered contained skulls with teeth, which may be used for dental records and DNA cross-matching. The process of DNA extraction and cross-matching is ongoing, including coordination with DNA and dental banks, as well as assistance from the University of the Philippines Anthropology and Forensic Pathology departments through Dr. Raquel Fortune. So far, no DNA match has been found between the recovered bones and the samples provided by the families. Ventura reiterated that while only 34 cases of missing cockfighters have surfaced, they believe that more than 100 individuals were dumped to Taal Lake. As of now, the DOJ said only 20 families have provided DNA samples. Yesterday, NAPOLCOM Commissioner Rafael Calinisan confirmed that at least one active general is among those under investigation. There is still no information on this official, and the camp of Patidongan has also refused to identify him. However, Ventura said that all the names may soon be disclosed once the DOJ elevates the case and files formal charges. Joash Malimban, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Israel intends to take military control of all of Gaza. In an interview with Fox News, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the goal is to eliminate Hamas and hand over Gaza to Arab forces that would govern the Palestinian enclave. Israel is under pressure to end the war in Gaza, with several countries like France and the UK planning to recognize a Palestinian state at a UN meeting next month. The war erupted on October 2023 after Hamas militants attacked Israel, killing 1,200 people. Authorities in Gaza say over 61,000 Palestinians have already died in the conflict. A fiery helicopter crash in Alton, Illinois. The chopper slammed into a barge on the Mississippi River, killing the two people on board. An initial investigation shows the chopper hit power lines before going down. Authorities say no one was on board the barge, which caught fire after the crash. France's largest wildfire in nearly 80 years now contained, according to authorities. The blaze tore through the southern part of the country, with satellite images capturing the extent of the damage. One woman, who officials say ignored evacuation orders, died. 18 others were hurt, including 16 firefighters. The wildfire also destroyed dozens of homes and forced some 2,000 residents and tourists to flee. A bit of relief for motorists following weeks of fuel price increases. Based on 4 days of trading, local oil prices are expected to go down next week. Expect a price cut of about 25 centavos per liter for gasoline, 1 peso and 25 centavos for diesel, and 1 peso and 20 centavos for kerosene. The rollback is seen amid higher supply and uncertainty surrounding U.S. tariffs. Up next, a UP student turns pandemic boredom into a nationwide mapping sensation. The details when Newsfeed at Noon returns. Ultrabilyonaryo Ramon Ang of San Miguel Corporation offers to solve Metro Manila's flooding problem. This comes after results of their investigation show that the Tulyahan River is clogged. He says the river is the main drainage of Quezon City, Valenzuela, Navotas, Malabon, and Obando in Bulacan. RSA says housing may also be offered for those who might be affected. He also plans to build a waste-to-energy facility where Metro Manila mayors can bring their trash.
Ang daming solution, ang daming pera pinag-uusapan. Kami nang gagawa. Sa Miguel na magkikiliring. Pero without you guys authorizing us, hindi namin magagawa yun. Kailangan pa ba ng batas yun? Hindi na. Yung mga nagtayo ng bahay sa gitna, tanggalin na yun. Kaya ang dami nyo pang genius na nakita ko sa television.
A heads up to our viewers, the following report contains potentially disturbing content. Authorities are now conducting a thorough investigation into a shooting incident inside a school in Santa Rosa, Nueva Ecija, involving an 18-year-old suspect and a 15-year-old female victim. Paulo Barcelon is there and he's joining us live now for the details. Hi, Paulo. What's the latest on the investigation?
Well, Mai, as you can see behind me, the Santa Rosa Integrated School remains closed and classes are suspended. That's after a shooting incident that happened yesterday morning when an 18-year-old man named alias Leo went to the school and with a .22 caliber revolver. He found his ex-girlfriend, 15-year-old alias Leah. The local police says Leo tried to talk to Leah inside the school, but when Leah refused, Leo shot her in the head, after which Leo turned the gun on himself. Both Leo and Leah are now in critical condition at the Paulino J. Garcia Memorial Medical Center in Cabanatuan City.
Hindi po siya estudyante dyan. Then accordingly, gusto niyang lumipat dyan sa Santa Rosa Integrated School para siguro makasama yung victim. Gusto niyang sumama doon. So, pero hindi siya nakatransfer po doon.
Bakit daw, sir?
Parang hindi po siguro nag-prosper, baka hindi pinayagan ng magulang or yung school din ang hindi pumayag.
The Department of Education has since then condemned the incident. In a statement, the agency says they stand in full solidarity with the entire school community, while saying any form of violence is unacceptable and will not be tolerated. The local PNP says that the family of Leah is planning or has already filed frustrated murder charges against Leo should he recover from this incident. Mai.
An awful thing to have happened, Paulo. The big question now is, how was Leo able to bring a firearm into the school premises undetected?
That's also the question we have been trying to ask authorities since this morning. They say it's under investigation, but according to the chief of police here, we have spoken to him and he said that one of the potential angles they are looking is that Leo entered during a break in the school day. He was able to blend in with other fetchers and other helpers undetected, and that he could have possibly tucked the gun inside his clothing because the security here does not closely inspect the bags or the luggage of the students. So that's one angle they are potentially checking. They're also checking if the family has had any history with owning guns or some of the sort. But right now, all the eyes of the investigation are also checking on the CCTVs of the barangay here in Santa Rosa, as well as the entrance gate, because the school officials have reported to the police that due to the incessant rains that happened over the last few days and weeks, the CCTV here might have been affected, but authorities are double checking whatever footage they can find so they could trace how the suspect was able to enter the school premises.
Yeah, CCTV footage is really critical at this point. And Paulo, what possible motives are police now looking into? Can you give us more of a backstory on this?
You're right, Actually, police has confirmed that both Leo and Leah were in a relationship. one of the angles that are being investigated, just like what the chief of police mentioned earlier, is that they were being prevented from meeting together, because I spoke earlier to the grandfather of Leia, and he said that the relationship was known by Leia's parents. So apparently one of the things that they are looking now is how much this relationship affected Leo right now. But for all intents and purposes, police are still really looking and digging deeper as to how the shooting may have happened. And also, it's a cause of concern here in the community. We've seen students really trying to just go about their day, but really this entire town is still coming to terms with the shock and the surprise of what had happened here yesterday morning, man.
Thank you, Paulo Barcelon, live from Nueva Ecija. On to lighter things now, from pandemic side quest to nationwide recognition. A UP student is mapping the Filipino identity one barangay at a time. Kian Querol has this story.
Most detailed Philippine map? That's what a second-year UP Diliman student claimed when it comes to providing the most detailed Philippine map ever made. Timothy Joseph Cruz Hormigos, an economics major ISCO, said it was just a pandemic boredom at first, but it became more than that.
I always liked geography, and I always saw these, elections were such a hot topic, especially in 2022 when we elected a president and vice president. So I think that really sparked that interest that how about let's do the things that other countries do and mailapat at dalhin dito sa Pilipinas.
Why maps? Tim described it as the best way to represent data.
Maraming paraan to represent data. There's not just one. But I think maps make it it's straight to your face. Parang dito sa mukha mo na, ay, yan pala yun. That's what it is.
He gained online fame because of his map that detailed the 2022 presidential elections.
I wanted to start shining light on the demographics of the Philippines. I think, because I started out with analyzing elections, that's really where I started coming from, and that's where I started pushing the boundaries of, how detailed can we go in reporting election results. But at a certain point, I really think that results without context are meaningless.
In his newfound hobby turned possible career, the Demographic Dive series will involve different sectors of the Philippines, with the first being religion. The map presents religious affiliation data on the barangay level as of the 2020 census of the population and housing conducted by the Philippine Statistics Authority. When you click a barangay, a summary table of all religious affiliation data can be loaded, displaying the percentage of adherents above and the number of adherents below. There are three kinds of maps which can be generated: largest religion percentage, and individual religion percentage maps.
Religious affiliation is a very important aspect of Filipino society. It hits the minds, it hits the hearts, it hits the soul of the Filipino people in whatever form it may take. It's a start of understanding more about going to the roots of the Philippine demography, which for me is not just an electoral analyst.
Recently, Tim made national recognition by helping to serve politicians with a detailed Philippine map. Later at 8 p.m., Tim will formally release the first map of the Demographic Dive series in social media. So geo and demography enthusiasts out there, watch out! Kian Querol, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Thank God it's Friday, or in this case, things are about to get freakier. Hollywood heartthrob and Pinoy pride Manny Jacinto continues his promo tour for Freakier Friday. Monique Tuzon gives us a look as he graced the Manila premiere of the Disney sequel.
He's suave, funny, and yes, he speaks Tagalog too.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you for having me, and it's a fun one, so please watch. And again, it's a dream to be here right now, so thank you.
Bumisita sa Manila si Filipino Canadian actor Manny Jacinto, and fans can't get enough of the Hollywood heartthrob. Best known for his role in The Good Place, dumalo si Manny sa Philippine premiere ng Freakier Friday, ang much-awaited sequel sa 2003 beloved body swap comedy starring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Sa bagong film, things get wilder with a multi-generational twist. At si Manny, may key role pa bilang love interest ni Lohan. Before the big night, Manny made sure to say hello to his fans the Filipino way.
Sobrang excited to be here. And yeah, this is so much love. It really means the world. Thank you for waiting and for hopefully getting to watch. So thank you.
And syempre, kinilig ang lahat nang makita si Manny in real life sa red carpet premiere sa SM Mall of Asia.
I was surprised to discover him, and I was really attracted to how he acts. Like, he's so talented. The reach that he has on his past projects is just so amazing. And I'm so excited for him here at the Freakier Friday.
Whether on screen or on the red carpet, Manny Jacinto is proof that representation matters and that there's nothing like coming home to your roots. Freakier Friday hits Philippine cinemas this week. Monique Tuzon, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And those are the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Stay with the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Happy weekend.